Hello everyone. It's James again. And today I want to talk about a subject I'm pretty sure I will be talking about again. And the reason is, it's very important, due to how our society is just literally falling apart. And the main reason, besides, in my humble opinion, God being taken out of everything. And if you're not a believer, again, it won't offend me that you're not. And I still think you will get something from this video. But besides that big problem, the other big problem is the loss of families. Children nowadays are growing up in screwed up, fractured homes, because of the corrupt family court system, and how society portrays relationships to be. Now, though, there are some huge slants with how this affects both men and women. Because let's face it, the family court system will by and large side with an overt narcissist mother, before it will side with a caring and loving father. And though there are some judges catching on and men get thrown a bone now and then, and get justice, for the most part, men are by and large taken to the cleaners, so to speak. And where this leaves good women, that try to do things on the up and up, is with narcissist men that rip them off blind as well. But sadly, the good woman isn't what is being pushed by the media in our society. What's being pushed is the woman that can get married, have an affair, because according to some out there, affairs make women happier in their marriages and better wives. Yes, I've read articles stating such and made a video some time back about one. They can have children, and then kick their husband to the curb because they so-called fell out of love and changed their mind. And all of this is promoted by what we see and hear all day every day in our society. The problem is, what we see and hear is an idealized version of things, where the women live their fabulous lives of fun and fantasy, when in reality, once men and women are in such situations, it becomes a mess for everyone. Most importantly, the child that is born in such a home. And those that create such narratives know this. And that's why they do this. They know that it's a lot easier to indoctrinate someone through trauma. Doesn't that sound familiar? Isn't that what our narcissist parent did to us growing up? Or at least they tried to do this to us. Well, when we have a world full of children, unable to form healthy and normal bonds with their parents, and to be able to learn their values, it leaves room for the state to run in and pretend they have all of the answers this young growing person is looking for. And before you know it, they literally destroy these young people's lives. Now, a case of what I believe to be an idealized form of what I was just talking about is two New York socialites, Quinton S. Brown and Peter Carey Peterson, happily and proudly went to Las Vegas to get married into what they call a sexless marriage. I know. You can't make this stuff up. And sorry for not sharing certain articles, but I'm not sure how certain people like their articles being shared. But you can find it pretty easy with a Google search. Now, when I read this article, I was able to see what is being pushed on the masses. Now, before I say what I'm going to say, I know that men and women can and are the victims of narcissistic abuse, and all kinds of other abuses equally. But we must be honest how the media targets men and women. They do it differently. They are working hard to emasculate men and turn them into worker bees, and women into queen bees, where the men have no other role but to be a beast of burden. And so the good women will have no more protection. Because when the good masculine strong men are gone, trust and believe, the narcissist women are coming for you good women, to destroy you as well. And what some women are going to do is talk about this article amongst themselves as this is the way to go, because it seems so interesting and fantasy-like and empowering. But what we are talking about are two rich people that are entering into a non-marriage basically. And because the man is rich, no doubtly he has the pick of women out there. Because the sad fact is, there are a lot of women that believe themselves to be good, that will leave their hard-working, handsome, loving husband. And he can be non-handsome as well. But I'm saying this to make a point. He could look like Brad Pitt. Or Denzel Washington. If he's broke. There's a lot of women that go to church. And that consider themselves to being good. That will leave their husband in a heartbeat for this average-looking rich guy. Now why is this important? Well, firstly, to acknowledge and illustrate the reality of how things work. If a man is rich, he doesn't play by the same life rules as you and me. He can be plain, average, or below average, or even ugly. And women from all walks of life would treat such a man like he's the second coming of Elvis Presley. And men flock to anything feminine. Meaning, a woman can be broke or rich. Okay. Let me put it this way. A woman can create a plenty of fish profile. And not be that attractive. But still receive hundreds of messages. Are they quality men? Who knows? But the point of this is, she has her pick. But a man that is broke but yet attractive, he can put up a profile on the same site and get one bot message a month. Now the deeper meaning of this is, what this couple is doing is an idealized version of what people would deem a sexless marriage. Because they are still having relationships with others. And they both have the same abilities too. But if the average person adopts this sick and perverse way of having a relationship, though the man can be out there doing bad things just like the so-called wife, the wife by sheer numbers will have way more options than the man. And in some cases the man might not have any options at all. This is why some ladies don't have a problem telling a man he can go to the club or out to the bar. Because women that do such a thing try to marry a man they can control. And part of that control is marrying a man that is way beneath their looks. And way beneath them in confidence. Money without the confidence and not knowing what options one has puts men in the living room watching the children while the wife is out dancing, meeting new male suitors. And the reality is that's what this open marriage thing is being pushed for. They know that women by and large get more advances and chances than men. And if women pick their men carefully, they can end up in an open or sexless marriage, where the man remains truly sexless. And the woman can, sorry to say, hook up with any man she feels she's so-called attracted to. Now can and will this work the other way? For a good woman that falls prey to the brainwashing to a slick reptile of a so-called man? Yes. Yes, a good woman could sadly find themselves in such a horrible and demoralized spot. But like I have said before, those that create this culture and this system won't feel sorry for you in the least. Because this system was purposely created for you to take advantage of men. Not do what's right. It's not set up for you to be honest. It's set up for you to rob, destroy, and enjoy the spoils of your victory. And how does the media push such narratives? They make it seem chic, and exotic, and a fantasy life. And something different to try on the forbidden tree. And it gets into the minds of even good people, and before you know it, families are destroyed. Please remember Adam and Eve. The devil came to Eve and fed her full of lies, and she brought those lies back to Adam to fall for. And we have been paying for this ever since. And there's nothing new under the sun. Just like the devil targeted Eve then to bring down Adam. Or to get Adam to bring down himself rather. The devil is targeting all women now. No. Not all women are falling for it. But sadly most are. And most aren't falling for it because they are evil. Because I don't believe that most women are evil. However, those that run our world know that shaming is a powerful tool. It's so powerful. No one wants to be the odd man. Or odd woman out. There were many of a woman in the 60s and 70s that were content with their role in the home. But they were shamed and bullied into believing they were wrong. And once they realized this was the way most people seemed to be thinking around them, they went along with it. And instead of getting the idealized form they were shown on television, and the one their peers told them they would have. They ended up in a world of hard work and needing to send their children to daycare, not truly knowing what was happening to their children once they dropped them off. This is why, if you're in a serious relationship with someone you believe to be good, build that relationship, regardless if you are a man or woman. But women, I'm going to tell you and warn you. Don't let these devils whisper in your ear. They will try to entice you about going out to the bar for happy hour. They will tempt you with this open marriage stuff, like it's all the rage. And if you aren't careful, you can end up losing a decent God-fearing man. And I'm saying this not to pick sides with men or women. I just know how those that work evil target us, because they want to make sure anyone that starts off good and decent doesn't end up that way. And what I'm referring to is if you are a man and a woman together going along what appears to be the right path. You have strong morals and beliefs, and you truly love each other. And what happens is, the devil will come to you, ladies. And it will more than likely be another woman, acting like she's a concerned and caring friend. You might meet her at work, or the gym, or in the neighborhood while walking your dogs. But her goal isn't to be your friend. Her goal is to get you to second guess everything about yourself and the man you're with, and get you to go along with this sexless marriage crap, and so-called experiencing life, and seeing what else is out there. They will get you to ponder the question: have you ever thought about what it would be like to be with another man? And before you know it, the seed is planted and your family is ruined. Listen to me really carefully. Those that run this earth want to see every one of us in utter devastation. And they want us to do it to ourselves. And they know there are a lot of people out there that start off on the right road, trying to do the right things. But they have so many snares set up for both men and women. They know the chances of you falling into one or many of such traps is very, very high. And when you do fall into such traps, you are completing this evil narrative for those that wrote and created it. And that's to completely and utterly destroy the family unit. So they, yes, so they can raise and indoctrinate your children. Something to think about. Well, that's all I have for now. Thanks for watching and listening. And also subscribing. I also hope everyone had a blessed day. And as always, bye for now. And be good to yourself.